Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Ottawa Senators franchise mode. So before we get started, I want to thank you guys who have came over from X-Tech shoutout and also Tugi's shoutout and all that sort of stuff about my video. Really means a lot that you guys took the time to take a look at that, because I put so much effort into that, it's ridiculous. So anyways, welcome to my Sens GM mode. So basically what happened in last episode, we only started up the season simulation kind of, and we also made some free agent acquisitions, and our team is looking actually pretty strong for the most part. As you can see, we got a pretty deep forward core. Our weakest point at the moment is centers, and that ties into my only comment that I got on the video. So basically from Cornelius Parker, he suggests if you could get Chicago to retain half of Taves' salary, that could be a pretty good move, but you need some better players up the middle. If not, you could always look for a younger center that's 84 to 86 overall. And then he also likes my wingers and all that stuff. So I totally agree with that. Our center core could be a bit stronger. As you can see, Logan Brown could be technically a third liner. Colin White could be technically a second liner. And Dzingel could be also a third liner. Colton Sissons is kind of a bit of a weak center. So I'm going to let this lineup though play out until at least the trade deadline. And then we're going to see what's on the block, and if I decide to make a move, I might make a move, and then we will readjust our center core a bit. And defensively, I did call up Tommy Rask, because I said in last episode how Tommy Rask was NHL ready in the AHL, so I called him up, and now he is on our top 6 pairing with Vishnevsky. And yeah, our defense looks pretty weak at the moment because Thomas Chabot is currently out with an injury, as well as our depth defenseman Nathan Beaulieu. So that is that. Let's get into more simulating. Let's try and get the rest of the season done with. See if we can make any moves to get to the playoffs or not. So, because we have not made the playoffs so far, obviously, because the Sens are in still a bit of rebuild stage. But I feel like this team is definitely getting a bit better. So let's go 1 month at a time. See if we can get some wins together. So game against Colorado, and that's not a great way to start this off, as we lose 8-1 against them. And then we lose to Florida in the shootout. I think the only reason we'll be bad is if our defense doesn't play what they're supposed to, because these guys are young, so they're still a little bit inexperienced. Thomas Chabot's the most experienced, and well, actually CC is too. So the guy I'm gonna scratch here, because I have to scratch somebody to put back in. Who is it? Chabot. I think is going to be Guillaume Brisebois or Cernak. Yeah, I'm gonna scratch Guillaume Brisebois because he's listed as a minor top 2 at the moment. Hopefully he's okay with that. And then we'll move Chabot up. Let's just make sure Chabot's on the power play. Yeah, he is. Okay, good. Yep, that looks good. Okay. So with Chabot back in the lineup, hopefully that gives us a bit more offensive capability. And damn, that's not good, as Teuvo Teravainen has broken his nose till December the 17th. Let's go replace player, even though that's going to put a defenseman in there because we don't have any depth forwards. So yeah, that's going to be definitely our weak point, is the fact that we don't have depth forwards. We don't have the strongest center core, but it's all right. And damn, this Brian McCutcheon guy that we drafted seems like he's really injury prone, as he's now been injured with an MCL sprain. I think that's his second big time injury down there. Hopefully he's better when he comes to the NHL like next season. And damn, Cal Foot has been injured. Let's go replace player as well. Too much injuries happening. So Grubauer and Smirnov to Toronto for Travis Dermott in a third. Our defense though isn't that weak. It is weak, but I don't really need Travis Dermott, but he is pretty young and pretty good. It's an interesting offer. But I don't want to give up Grubauer either, because I feel like we could still maybe just barely make the playoffs or something. So there's 2 more wins against the Ducks and the Devils. Can we beat the Bruins and the Penguins? And Philip Chlapik has been injured in the AHL. Let's go replace player. And Teravainen is back. Good. Who is playing in his spot? Guillaume Brisebois. Okay, I'm fine with that, I guess. As long as it gives him some ice time. So there you go. Game against the Boston Bruins, who's been really good so far, and we get shut out 3-0. Josh Manson for a second, and Anisimov, no thank you. I don't really feel like giving up a second just yet. Yeah, we're playing kind of like back and forth, like we're losing games and we're winning games. It's not the greatest so far, but at least these youngsters are getting their ice time and stuff like that they deserve. So Cal Foot, you could go back in here for Bergman's spot. How has Rask played so far? Not too bad. He's a -3, but he's got 3 assists in 11 games. So he's definitely helping out in terms of offense. And then Chalapik is back for the AHL. I don't even know where he was playing. Probably here. Yeah, it was probably there. There you go. Are we getting any good growth? Batherson's NHL ready. That's good. Kaliev is getting close as well. How about defensively? Yeah, we're getting some good growth for some of these prospects. How long is this McCutcheon guy going to be injured for? Like, he's played 20 games so far, but look at his point total. Like, he's been really good. He's just been getting injured a lot. Like, I hope that isn't the case when he gets to the NHL. Because this guy might be like the next Paul Kariya, where he gets like too much concussions and then has to retire early. Per Jansen's been injured by the concussion. Let's go replace player. Game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Holy crap, there's way too much injuries this month. And I think I only have them set to like 8. Peyton Osgood's been injured. Let's go replace player as well. There's a win against Tampa Bay, but a loss to Detroit. And Jansen is back, so that means I think it's Rorek. Yeah, I think it must be Rorek. Because Jansen's a center. There you go. Okay, so last game of this month against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Can we win another game? Oh my goodness, Vajamo is a loss 6-4. So we are 18, 16, and 5. So we're kind of continuing on the same trend as what we were in last episode. And Brady Tkachuk's still up there with 34 points in 39 games. Let's quickly save this file. That way, if for some reason my recording cut out, then like I could just like go back to this point and kind of mash it together. Okay, so yeah, not too bad so far. Let's just take a look at the draft class still. See if there's any new gems. So Nurmi, medium elite. There's an Arnott guy. This Holmes guy in Germany. Calvin Holmes. Okay. High top 6 forward and Valery Grabeshkov. Interesting. Let's see if there's any gems though. There's one bust, but there is no gems at the moment. Okay. So let's just continue simulating. Because like I said, I want to try and get this month, or not this month, this season done with. And then we'll check like the trading block at the trade deadline. And then if I want to, I might make a move. Okay, so let's go to the end of January and see if we can get some more wins. We don't have as much games this month as like last month, but hopefully we could string together some. We lose to St. Louis, and Osgood is back for the AHL club. So I think he was where Selleck was. There you go, Osgood. Playing with Batherson, and we beat Tampa Bay, and we beat LA. Yes, we can. Nice. Come on, guys, let's string together those wins. 3 wins in a row. Can we beat the Devils? And Ben Harper has been injured in the AHL. God damn. There's way too much injuries in this. We lose to the Devils. Can we beat the Leafs, who are playing really bad, surprisingly? And we beat them in over. Vajamo's been injured. Holy crap. What is with these injuries? I might have to actually turn them down because there's just way too much of them. So who was the guy that came back from this injury? Oh, it's probably McCutcheon for the defensive core, actually. Which means we're going to have to take out Selleck, whoever. I don't know why Selleck's playing defense. So there you go, McCutcheon. And our lineup is good to go. Game against the Dallas Stars and the Winnipeg Jets. Can we win any of them? Holy crap. I don't even get to like simulate that much because of these injuries and whatnot. So Parker Kelly, you're out, and in comes Fajamo. There you go. Can we beat Dallas? Yes, we do. 4-0, and oh my god. Yeah, Brian McCutcheon is like an injury like bug. As good as he is, this is not the way I wanted. He's been injured 3 times in his rookie season, all with different types of injuries, I think. And Tommy Rask has been injured in the NHL. Let's go replace player. Holy crap. Hey, this isn't good, this injury bug with, at least with McCutcheon and stuff like that, because, like, if he's like that in the NHL, then he's not going to be a guy that's going to be able to, like, play a lot of minutes. But we are stringing together some wins still, even though with the injury bug hitting. Tommy Rask is back in the lineup now. He's going to play back where Breezeball was. There you go, Tommy Rask. Hopefully they get some good growth in the off season. So yeah, we're 25, 18, and 5 now, so we are getting better, and I think we're probably going up in the standings. And Chabot has been injured again. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn down these injuries because this is ridiculous. Like even though I have it at 8, it's just like it seems like every single game almost there's another injury. But we are still on a winning streak. We've won like 5 in a row now, I think, or 6. Can we beat San Jose to end off this month? Cal Foot has been injured. Oh my god. This is such a boring commentary because literally all it is just injuries. Okay, so if it could stop with the injuries. Oh my god, and Chabot is back. Okay, good. But Tkachuk is growing really nicely. Plekhanov is looking pretty good. All that stuff. So Bergman, you are coming out. Incoming is Chabot. He's had to deal with like 2 injuries so far this year as well. Okay, so at February the 1st, we are 27, 19, and 5, so that's pretty damn good. We might not need to make actually much moves at the deadline if we want to like be a contender this year. So let me just change the injury slider because this is just really pissing me off. We're gonna put it down to, actually I want to go to gameplay sliders. We're gonna put it down to like by 1, I think. Like I don't know why it's happening so often. Oh, okay. I thought I had it set to 8, but apparently I still had it set to 50. Now that is the problem. Actually, we should probably put it to 9, because I think 8, it doesn't happen almost at all. So let's go back to 9. But damn, I didn't realize I had it still at 50. Okay, so that explains why we've literally had like a lot of man injuries this year. So where are we in the conference? We are 2nd behind the Boston Bruins, who look like they're just going to go on a tear in this entire season. They've only lost 7 regulation games. And they're almost 30 points above us. Okay, if we can continue what we're doing, we might make the playoffs. So let's just string together some more wins this month, and we'll go up right to the deadline. And then I'll take a look at the trading block off of the off video, and then I'll let you guys know if I see anything available. So we lose to Detroit. Can we beat the Boston Bruins, who have been really good this season? And we actually do. 1-0. It's good. Was Cal Foot in the lineup already? Back from his injury or no? No, he was not. So there you go, Cal Foot. Back from his injury. Hopefully we don't get a lot much more of those, because with the change of the slider, hopefully it doesn't still affect us that way. So multiple players are eligible to be addressed on Belleville. So who is still out there in injury? I don't even know who is going back into the lineup. In terms of forwards, there's nobody. Defensively, is it McCutcheon that's back again? Yes, it is. There you go. And Honka as well. Honka was playing where Randall was, I think. There you go. So at least we got those defensemen back, because those guys are big guys for the future, hopefully. Not sure about Honka because he's taking a while to grow. No, I do not want to give up Grubauer because we might be making the playoffs. Yeah, I know Honka's already in the lineup. So we beat Vancouver. Can we beat Montreal? Yes, we can. If we could beat divisional teams, then we should be able to make it. So, because our divisional teams aren't looking that great except for Boston. Yeah, Boston is just destroying the league this season. No, thank you. I still don't want Travis Drummond, even though he would be a pretty good young piece. It's just because we have a young defensive core already that I'm not scratching some guy like Vishnevsky. No, thank you. I don't need Troy Stetcher. He's probably already like 28 or 29, maybe. I don't even know how old he is. We beat Carolina both games. Nice. And Formenton has been injured with a mild concussion in the AHL. So let's just go best lines. Or not best lines, replace player. Game against Minnesota. And oh my god, another injury to Tommy Rask. It has helped this injury slider change, but still we're getting injuries. So Bulliu, you could go in there. There you go. Game against Minnesota. Here's another win. Nice. We're actually, I think we might make the playoffs if we just continue this. Like, we still have March to go, I think. Yeah, we still have March to go and a bit of April, but we're winning games. Game against Arizona, who's actually been really good this season. Tommy Rask is back. This is so annoying, all these pop-ups. I'm sorry if this is really boring. So, where is it? Tommy Rask back in the lineup. Okay, so let's get the rest of this done with. Troy Stetcher, no thank you. And we lose to Arizona, but we are 33, 24, and 6 at the deadline. Let's just see where we are sitting in the standings. Same spot, but there is some teams that are kind of close. Like Buffalo's the only team that's pretty much in vicinity of catching up to us in our division. So let's just save this file. And then I am going to check the trading block, and then I'm going to get back to you guys if there's any trades that I would like to make. So I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so there was some interesting players like Mark Scheifele on the block, but he's got a bit too much term for like my liking, because we got a lot of youngsters that we're going to have to re-sign eventually. And then the other thing that was kind of interesting was the fact that Toronto has Austin Matthews on the block. So I have no idea what Kyle Dubas is doing, but yeah, 7 years left at $10 million. If I wasn't going for realism, I would sign Matthews or trade for him, but yeah, there's no way I want to have to bring him into Ottawa. So yeah, there's nothing really I could trade for on the trading block. So I'm not going to make any moves this year, because I feel like we still could just, like, if we keep winning games, we're going to make the playoffs regardless. And I don't really care if we go far this year. It's more just to get these youngsters some playoff experience, because none of them played any playoff games so far, I think. So let's go a couple weeks at a time just to make sure we're still winning games. Marcus Peterson is on waivers. How old is this guy? I have no idea even. Decline. Formenton is back in the AHL. That's good news. I don't think he's actually going to make the NHL though, which sucks. But I think he was playing where Selleck was, right? Probably. I have no idea. That's there. Okay, so let's win some games, guys. Come on. If we could win like at least half of these games, we should be making the playoffs. There's a win against Nashville and a win against Washington. Good stuff, boys. Can we beat Buffalo? No, we can't. How about Tampa Bay? Yes, we do. And Toronto. Again, come on. We got to beat Toronto. They're playing horribly. That's maybe why they want to give up Matthews, because they're going back to a rebuild or something. So let's go another week. Come on, guys. You can do it. And we beat them 7-0. Nice. Tommy Rask has been injured again. Let's just go replace a player. I'll check the scouting stuff like at the end of the season or something. Game against Pittsburgh, we win that as well. So we're still winning games. I think we might be able to clinch the playoffs soon if we just win a couple more. Game against Washington. Nice, another win. And we lose to Colorado. Can we beat Vancouver? Gustafson was already in the lineup, I think. Game against Vancouver is a loss. Can we beat Arizona? And Rask is back again. I think he's been injured 2 or 3 times as well already. And he hasn't even played that much. Tommy Rask, there you go. How's he been doing? Okay, pretty good for a defensive defenseman. He's a +12. Jeez. Okay, no wonder. He's definitely helped us out defensively. We beat Arizona. We're 40-29-7. Are we clinching a playoff spot yet? No, we have not, but we're in the last wildcard spot apparently by only 2 points. Damn, I didn't realize it was that close. Yeah, because the teams that are chasing us are Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay. So if we play Pittsburgh or Tampa Bay, we gotta win against them. Because I don't want to give up this playoff spot. So game against the Montreal Canadiens. That's a big game because it's a divisional matchup. Come on, guys, let's beat Montreal. We could do it. And we do beat Montreal. That's good news. Can we beat the Flyers? We gotta win at least half of these games. And we beat the Flyers as well. That's good. It's coming down to the wire pretty much if we make the playoffs. Game against the Florida Panthers. Come on, guys, just win this game too. Shootout loss, it's a point. How's the standings looking? Oh, we're up to the third spot now, not in the wildcard spot, but it is still really tight actually. Like Washington might miss the playoffs this year. It's pretty insane. But I guess they did lose Ovechkin in free agencies, so. Game against Columbus, come on. And we lose to Columbus, that's not good. We got another game against Columbus, and then we got Montreal, and then are we going to make the playoffs? It comes down to these games. Come on, guys, beat Columbus, you can do it. And we lose to them again, oh no. Don't just barely miss. We're still in the playoff spot, I think. Yeah, we're still in a playoff spot, I think just barely, because like Florida's the only team that's behind us that could also make it. Because Philadelphia's out by like a bit as well, but it comes down to this. If we win this game, we make the playoffs. If we don't, I think we probably lose the playoff spot. Come on, guys, you can do this. It's Montreal. You can do this. Actually, I'm going to real-time simulate it. Why not? This video might be a bit long, but I don't care. Come on, guys, we could do this. Just win against Montreal. That's all I ask. First period, and it is 1-1 Logan Brown and Max Pacioretty for Montreal. Second period, and it's 2-1 us. Yes, Bukhanov. That's what I want to see. And third period underway. Can we hold them off and probably clinch a playoff spot, I think? Power play for Montreal. We killed off. Nicely done. Last 10 minutes of this third period, and Teravainen makes it 3-1, and I think that might be it. That might be the goal that helps us get to the playoffs. Well, Plekhanov's did actually, and we kill off the penalty, and we win this game, which means I think we clinch. As long as Florida lost or something like that. So, and Colton Sissons got injured till April the 25th, so we'll just go replace player as well, but I think we clinched. Did we clinch? Please say we did. Yes, we did. We made the playoffs by the skin of our teeth, and for the first time in this GMO, we have actually made the playoffs. So let's take a look at our player stats and the team standings and all that stuff. And then let's see who we're up against in the first round. So this episode might be like a 30-something minute episode. I don't know. I'm sorry about that because I don't like doing long episodes, but let's take a look at the player stats. So Brady Tkachuk 64 points in 82 games. Colin White 57 points. Bukhanov 55 points. He had 34 goals, 21 assists. Nice. How's his career looking so far? He's got back-to-back 55-point seasons. So he's got 110 points already in 2 seasons. Gallagher 52 points. He was a great signing. Same with Teravainen. Dzingel 49, Brown 39, Ellie 34, Chabot 33 and 66. He could have probably won a Norris if he would have played like the entire season. Maybe not that much, but still pretty good. Aston Reese 32, Johnson 29. Yeah, pretty much really good depth scoring. It looks like Cal Foote had 22 points. Cody Ceci had 21 points, and he was actually a plus 13. It's nice. Vishnevsky had 14 points in 80 games, only a -1 at age 19. Cernak 11 points, Rask 9 points, and he was a plus 13. It's really good. Yeah, our youngsters definitely came out to play when they had to. Even though they didn't have a lot of experience, and Corpus Allo played pretty good for the most part, just above 500, got 5 shutouts, and Grubauer played pretty good too as a backup, so I'm liking what I'm seeing. How about in the AHL? Any good prospects getting some good points? So Osgood's 38 points. He's up to a 70 overall. Kaliev 34 points, and he should be in the NHL next season. That's great. McCutcheon 22 points in 51 games, but he got injured like 3 times. That's not good. And then Honka 20 points. He's up to a 70 still. McPherson 14 points. Yeah, well, it looks like everything's going pretty good in this organization right now. And Fowler played pretty decent as well. He's up to a 70 as the backup in the AHL. Okay, so let's do the standings, and then I'm going to show you guys what who we're up against in the first round of the playoffs, and then that'll be it for this episode. So, and in terms of the entire league, let's see. So we finished probably one of the last teams to just barely make it into the playoffs. Yeah, we finished 15th in the league. We had a goals for per game average of 2.83, which is good for, where is this? Not that good actually, but still almost 3 goals a game. Goals against per game, we're around the middle as well. Power play percentage. Our power play, where is our power play? Is it one of the worst or no? Our power play clicked at 19.8%, so it was not too bad. And then penalty kill 80 point something percent. Not bad. Probably in the middle as well. But Toronto had a 66.7% on the penalty kill. I've never seen any team be that bad. In terms of shorthand goals for, we had, how much do we have? Well, Arizona had 10. We had 4 shorthanded goals for, and we were better on the road than on home ice. Okay. So now let's see who we're up against in the first round of the playoffs. And then, like I said, that will be it for this episode. So we are going up against, please be an easy team at least. It's going to be against the Buffalo Sabres, so Rasmus Dahlin and probably like still guys like Jack Eichel and whatnot. So Buffalo, Nylander, Eichel, and Reinhart. It's a really good first line. Okposo, Milstad, and Skinner. Shiri, Rodin, and Baptiste. And then Berglund, Thompson, and Bailey. Defensively, Dahlin and Ristolainen, Scandella, and Kapitanov, who they must have drafted. Yeah, they drafted 2nd overall in 2019. So that means this guy would have went right after Plekhanov, I think. Yeah, this guy must have been the guy that went right after Plekhanov. Damn, that's pretty nice. And then Cuckoo and Bortuzzo. In terms of goaltending, they have they have the injury-riddled Craig Anderson. So, yeah, so they have a former goalie of ours. It's pretty funny. And Ukko-Pekka Lakonen, who I don't know why they're playing at a 76. So that is that. And then scratch, they have McQuaid, Folan, and Cliff Poo. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of our Sens franchise mode. So next episode, we will take it to round 1 of the playoffs, where we face the Buffalo Sabres. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.